Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through and joining us here. December, first Wednesday. I was expecting there to be no one here today. Everyone on holiday or psychologically on holiday already. Guys, we are putting in, as some of you guys know, a whole host of brand new technology into our auditorium right now today. That's why we're dealing with a little bit of temporary stuff for the lunchtime presentation. Most of it will be in by this evening, so if things are a little bit different than usual on your end, wherever you're watching us from, promise by tonight you'll be live on our new technology, all of which is going to make us capable of heading into new territories next year, which is very exciting for us here at DuePoint to be doing more than one country. So that's all exciting, but unfortunately it means we have to have a day with a little speaker like that in the corner and all of that sort of jazz. But that'll all be gone quite shortly. But today, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into what we're doing here. You are sitting in the halls of DuePoint. DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. This is important to know because you might not have heard of DuePoint before, but we are a long-standing financial services company in South Africa. First founded in 1952. Constantia is 66 years old in 2018, 67 years old in about 2 months' time in 2019. This is very much a well-established South African-formed company, and we have been around a long time. We are, of course, licensed and listed. We're licensed as a life and short-term insurance company and listed on the JSE under Conduit Capital. We have many, many licenses, including just this one, our financial services provider license, all of which you can find online. One of the things about DuePoint is that you can see everything about it online and in real life. There are a lot of businesses that flow into South Africa that come in on WhatsApp groups, Facebook and website pages, and you don't know who they are. You cannot find their people. They don't have a client service team. You cannot pick the phone up and call them. You can do all of those things at DuePoint, as well as coming to visit us here any time of the year, just about Monday through Saturday. You can walk into our offices and you will find the team here. You will see that we have real bricks and mortar and that we are a real business that can be trusted, because it is your trust that we are going to need in what we do here at DuePoint. Ladies and gentlemen, our primary objective at DuePoint is wealth creation. We are a business of wealth creation. We are not a business of selling pots and pans. We are not a business of making cash, because cash does not change lives. We here at DuePoint have an objective of changing the economic circumstances of as many South Africans as are willing to have their circumstances changed. And we're going to do that through wealth. Wealth is a recurring monthly income. It is not cash in a transaction, because cash in a transaction disappears as fast as it arrives and it does not change your circumstances. Here at DuePoint, we are in the business of permanency. We create income that is there on a recurring, monthly, reliable basis, and one that is there the rest of your life. If we can get that objective fulfilled and completed, then we believe we can unplug you from the circumstances of your life currently. Right now, South Africans are in crisis. Most are in denial. Some have not yet even realized it. But we are burning economically. And in the next 24 months, we're going to start seeing the real consequences of it. I had quite an interesting meeting last night. It was a very close business partner of ours' year-end function. They're all involved very heavily in investments, in venture capitalism, and in the economic structure of South Africa. And they were saying that yesterday morning, they were very happy to see that South Africa had gone out of 2 quarters of recession into a quarter of growth, but all chuckled under their breath as Eskom drives us into the next recession for the next quarter. We are burning in South Africa, and as individuals, no one is coming to our rescue. I don't know if you guys have seen that show called My Father's Coat. If you get a chance, watch it. It is very interesting to see the history of South Africa and how it repeats itself over and over and over again, and we are about to repeat what we had in the 80s again in South Africa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what that means for us as South Africans is that we cannot rely on others to fix ourselves economically. It also means that in 2019, there will be no other discussion amongst South Africans other than DuePoint. Now, this is not me trying to inflate what we do here. It is that there are no further options left for any South African of any economic strata, of any position in our economy. Your jobs are going to, if they have not already, fail you. Businesses are falling over. There are no more opportunities in South Africa that create life-changing, circumstance-changing income for the average South African. There is only DuePoint. And in DuePoint, our hope is that we meet this objective, not only for a few hundred South Africans, but for hundreds of thousands of South Africans. That's our primary objective. Our secondary objective at DuePoint is to get South Africans economically active again. We have over 10 million now South Africans that are not economically active, and we have those that are economically active but are falling out of that status because they're becoming unemployed at a frightening rate. 340,000 more matriculants have just finished their exams and have entered an economy where there are less jobs this year than there were last year. Here at DuePoint, we believe that through our work here, we can get South Africans economically active again. And so with those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. This is not like something you have seen before, so don't try and compare us to something that you have seen before. In the DuePoint system, you're not going to be doing any selling, carting around products, being brokers or agents or advisors of ours. You're not going to do anything like you have ever done before. We are going to give you a brand new task. That brand new task is incredibly simple, but it is going to require a bit of time and effort. We need you to connect the rest of South Africa to us. This is why I say in 2019 there's going to be no other conversation. All you're going to be doing is connecting South Africans to DuePoint. By connecting South Africans to DuePoint, we as the insurance company are able to expand our market share, create greater revenues, and from those greater revenues, we are able to create an extra recurring income for you. If you have a job, we don't want you to quit your job. Right now, as I say, it is a very finite and running out resource. Keep it for as long as you can. But what we want to do is add our wealth to your economic environment and grow it from there. This extra income is recurring and reliable. Why? Because we don't deal with transaction here. All of our products at DuePoint are financial services products. They do not expire, they do not break. They are delivered 24 hours a day instantaneously and work perfectly every time they are delivered. They also happen to run on an automatic debit order system. And because they do not expire, as long as those debit orders run every single month, no matter what you are doing in that month, your income will come in not just one month, but every month, potentially for the rest of your life and possibly into the generations to come after you. We are in the business of recurring, lifetime-changing wealth here at DuePoint. We have built the system to suit everybody's lifestyle. Everybody. I don't have time, I'm very busy, I'm very important, I'm too senior, are all not valid excuses in the DuePoint system because we were aware of these when we created the system. So what we did was we created a system that fits into every set of circumstances in South Africa. Our system allows you to leverage other people. By leveraging other people, it doesn't matter how busy you are, you now have the accumulated time and energy and thought of others in the creation of your own wealth. It also means in our system, because there are no products and no delivery and none of that nonsense, it is a 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year system. It means that you make money even as you sleep with us here at DuePoint. You get to be part of and use the system for absolutely no cost. This is the great thing. Wherever I go, people are always looking for money first. You need to buy the software for 15,000 Rand. You need to pay the starter fee. You need to pay a monthly fee. The application forms cost you money. Wherever we go, you start in a negative position before you're able to start making profit. Here at DuePoint, we work exactly the opposite way around because we understand the South African context. We understand that people do not have money to start with. We need to put them in that position first. So there are no costs and no fees for using the system. By simply being a product owner of DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer without any additional premium for the use of our system at all. You also don't need any specific qualification or education. You are not selling. We contract you out of it. You have one task, just connect people to us. This means that everybody in South Africa, no matter their past, their present, their circumstances, their education or financial status, is able to get up and start creating a real asset for themselves. Not the ones you've seen on the internet and video clips that have been forwarded to you. Start a business from home, make a real asset. No. Otherwise, we'd all have real assets. No, there is only one business that creates real assets, and that's DuePoint. Our channels that we will build here, teams of individuals that will create this monthly recurring income, now become your real tangible asset. You can price them in the DuePoint system and sell them. Where before have you been able to sell your flow of income? In addition, at DuePoint, when you pass away one day, your team and its flow of income will automatically move on to your children, and your children will earn the income that you have created during your lifetime. They will have the opportunity as well to grow that team further, to grow that income even further, and then hand it on to your grandchildren in the generations to come. We are a 7-decade-old listed insurance company. We are not in the business of single-generation wealth. This is an intergenerational wealth business, and that is what we create at DuePoint. We have also built this business at the highest levels of quality. Everything we do here you will be proud of. This is very important because the average South African tends to fall over their ego. I don't want to do anything that even remotely smells like network marketing, even though here at DuePoint, network marketing is one tiny little piece of what we've created. Just because it's in the mix of ingredients, my peers particularly panic and run for the hills. Folks, here at DuePoint, you will never be embarrassed by anything we do. We run everything at what we call private bank quality levels, from our customer service individuals to the technology that we use. The reason we're doing this upgrade today is to put the finest technology in the world into this building for live streaming across the globe. Here, all you are left to do is simply connect people to us. No selling, no convincing, no presentations in your house after the braai where you've locked everyone in, none of that. Here at DuePoint, with our technology, you have us in your pocket everywhere, every minute of the day. Left with that one task of just connecting people to us. How do you connect people to us? Well, we give you 4 ways to do it. One is you can go and pick up one of our USB sticks from our information counter, or you can buy one through our client service team. It is 170 Rand. It's got every presentation you're going to need on it, as well as a bunch of other information for you. You plug it into a smart TV or a computer, and there we are giving the presentation for you. Second way to do it is you can come and be part of our studio audience, as you guys are here today. We broadcast out of this auditorium about 7 to 9 times a week at the moment, Monday through Saturday. Go to our website, go to our app, look up where the next presentation is, and come along. Sit in these seats and join us here. The third way of connecting people to us is through our YouTube channel. This is the core of our business. You will find every presentation we've ever done on YouTube, and it means that no matter where you are, in South Africa or around the world, and it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, you click play, and you are connecting people to DuePoint. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations is broadcast live across the country and across the globe. You, wherever you are, just push the live stream button on your phone, on your computer, or on your tablet, and whoever is nearest you is now connected live into the room with us, full HD surround sound, 7 to 9 times a week. You never have to open your mouth. People say to me, Brendan, if I'm not selling something, what do I say? I say to them, do you require a change in your lifestyle circumstances? Do you need more money? Yes, click. There, I just taught you and trained you in your entire script at DuePoint. Do you require more money? Yes, click. That is all you do. Your task is simply to connect people to us, and that's it. As you do, some of the people that you connect to us are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here, and will become wealth engineers like you. When they do that, we allocate them to you, and your channel, your team is born. These individuals will go out and do exactly the same thing. They will go and connect people to us. Some, not all, will become wealth engineers, and again, we will allocate them to you. Your channel, over time and with a bit of energy and effort, will grow out across the country. We have seen this happen thousands of times at DuePoint, with tens of thousands of South Africans becoming wealth engineers. We then come along as the insurance company and do the work for you. We as DuePoint facilitate the purchase of our products across this channel you have created for us, and your income is born without you having to sell a single thing. Now, we're in the business of the real here as well. Like I've said, there's lots of these things that blow in from offshore. We are not like any of them. Here at DuePoint, we're in the business of creating genuine, lifetime, permanent wealth. And in order to do that, we do have to pay a price. Like everything in life, there is always the same price. Your careers had a price. Your business that you may have started had a price, and that price is time. It's not money. We have built the system so that you do not get economically penalized. It is a system of time. You need to put time in. Now, if you put time in, we are able to create wealth for you. That process starts with the facilitation of the purchase of our products. We have 4 products. Our first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that 324 Rand, you get 2 independent products. One is your very own tax-free investment account, and your others is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. If you understand what is happening in South Africa right now, you will understand that we picked the 2 most important risks and have covered them in this product. We take 100 Rand of that 324 Rand every month, and we put it into your tax-free investment account. And it means that before you've even connected your first person to us, you have started building your own real asset with us here. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It costs 249 Rand a month, and for the 249 Rand, you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No maximum age limits. You can be any age and take this product. No medical examinations or declarations, and no waiting periods. After your first payment, you have 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Again, it means that every South African of any risk profile, any disposition, any circumstance can be a wealth engineer at DuePoint, creating wealth for themselves and you in our system. And then our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at 299 Rand a month. And for 299 Rand again, you get 2 benefits. First, funeral cover. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of cover, and whether you want 5 or 10 family members on that plan with you. The second benefit is that you get 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover for the principal member. And what does this mean? It means that you take the product out, you're the principal member. When you pass away, DuePoint will settle 10,000 Rands worth of your outstanding debt at that point, so that your family do not need to. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It starts at 299 Rand a month, and for 299 Rand, you get to be a member and have access to all of our suppliers. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, we have suppliers coming to us all the time, offering us discounts, special prices, packages, vouchers, VIP services, dedicated account managers. All of this you get access to, and this product is designed to reduce your monthly expenditure when it is used properly. And again, I encourage you, as I do every presentation, go and watch the training videos on YouTube for this product. There's at least 4 of them. And then once you've watched them, you will understand how you can decrease your monthly expenditure while we increase your income through our system. Those are the 2 rules for wealth creation, and we cover them both through our products and our system here. How would we have traditionally got you to connect with us and buy these products? Well, we would have advertised to you. You guys know it already. I saw this morning in the newspaper some more venture capitalists dumping more money into new insurance companies so that they can advertise. We spend hundreds of millions a month as an industry advertising on TV, billboards, radio stations, websites, you name it, taxis. We've got adverts everywhere trying to get you to connect to us. It costs a fortune. And we don't pay for it, we get you to pay for it. We build it into the price of your fees and your premiums. So when you pay your banking fees, when you pay your insurance premiums, car insurance, funeral cover, whatever it might be, 30 to 50% of what you're paying every single month is just next month's advertising. I've been in this industry for decades. This is how we calculate it in. Now here at DuePoint, you will notice that we do no advertising at all. You will never see an advert for DuePoint. And as a result, all of that money we were going to spend anyway on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc. every month is now available. Our distribution cost is now available for us to distribute to you and your channel in a recurring monthly wealth that we create for you. This is distributed to you in 2 ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel every month that it is paid, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. So for instance, you go out, you chat to some of your friends. Some become wealth engineers and pay for their products, and you get 27.50 Rand multiplied by 200%. You've introduced them 55 Rand. It's 55 Rand for every product every month that it is paid. I've had various different people react to me in various different ways when I say this. Many have said to me, Brendan, it's too little. If I go to this WhatsApp group, they say they'll pay me 450 Rand for every pot I sell. Yes, once. In this business, we build freedom. Yours is a single connection of an individual to us with a recurring monthly income thereafter. You do not need to return to these people. This is when I say the network marketing element of DuePoint is so small it has already vanished. You connect an individual to us, and every month thereafter, our systems raise the debit orders, and your income comes in. You never run back to them. You never have to beg them to pay. The system automatically creates the flow for you. Now, if these individuals take more than one product, they take two, you get double, 110 Rand, 3, 165 Rand, 4, 220 Rand, from a single connection every month, reliably, and a recurring, forecastable basis for you. These folk are out there going to chat to some of their friends. Some will become wealth engineers and pay for their products as well, and you're going to get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand again. If you look at this example, you've really done nothing. You've been here for 5 minutes, put a half a dozen people into your channel, and you are earning 1,000 Rand a month with us here. Now, this is just an example, I know, but it's an example we've replicated thousands of times at DuePoint. 1,000 Rand, 12,000 Rands worth of extra income off of the back of almost no effort. If you are willing to put more time and more effort in, well, you continue to earn with us, but on a diminishing basis, but only down to the 8th point. From the 8th point on, we remove all limitation to your potential. From the 8th point on, well, as long as you qualify to earn, you will always earn 4% of 27 Rand 50 for every product payment in your channel. This means you can build a channel that's 36 points big, or 40 points big, or 50 points big. You can earn on every product on every point in your channel. You can hand it over to your children one day and they can grow it further and can be on 70 points, 76 points, 80 points, and be earning on all the payments in that channel. There is absolutely zero limitation to your potential at DuePoint. What many South Africans haven't realized as well is that there is a very clear ceiling above their heads in whatever they are doing. There is a limit to what they can create in their lifetime. At DuePoint, there is absolutely no limit. We ask for one payment, time. The more time you are willing to put in, the greater your wealth will become. And not on some kind of willy-nilly, here today, gone tomorrow kind of basis that we constantly see and has made us so full of stigma towards anything that doesn't look like a job. No, this is the real deal. We've been around long enough to prove it. If you talk to our wealth engineers that have been with us over the years, they'll tell you we've never missed a payment, we've never been late, and we've never not delivered on any one of our promises. This is where you sink your roots. This is where you put your energy and time in, because this is where we change your life forever. But you've got to be doing it. You've got to be engaged with us here. And that price of time, well, we can answer what that price of time will be. We can answer how much wealth you can create. These are all questions we can answer because we've been around long enough to be able to have stable enough mathematics to calculate it for you. We use a little and simple calculation or formula, growth rate formula here, to give you an idea of what your payment will be. We call it the 3+2 growth rate formula. It fits into everybody's lifestyle. It says that in your first month as a wealth engineer, we expect you to put just 3 people on your first point in your channel. Now, I mean, you could put 100 people on. We don't mind. You can put 1 person on. You can put no people on. All it's going to do is just adjust the mathematics. But in order for us to illustrate to you wealth creation here, we say in your first month, put 3 people on your first point. Not 30, not 300, not 15 a week. Man, I've heard all of this across the years in the presentations. No, just 3. We want 3 people. If you can put 3 people in your first month and then plus 2 people every month thereafter, 1 person every 15 days. That's all we ask for. 1 person every 15 days. But you do it persistently and consistently. No giving up because it's December, I'm not doing anything this month, because then that breaks the maths already. Now every month, including Easter, Christmas, and your birthday month, you've got to add 2 people. If you can do that and we apply all of our other mathematics to it, then we can tell you that if you do that for 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be on around 2,500 Rand a month. Now you can see this is not like some of the other things that you might have seen, where they were promising you wealth and fortune in 90 days. Yachts in the Mediterranean, pictures of ladies standing next to their new Range Rovers and men next to their Ferraris. We have seen it all in 2018, haven't we, Donnie? All of which is nonsense. It's lies, and generally it takes your money. In fact, I say generally, it always ends up stealing your money. Now here we're quite real. If you're going to put as little effort as 1 person every 15 days into your channel, well then after 6 months you'll be on 2,500 Rand a month. It is 30,000 Rands a year worth of extra income. You can make it more if you connect more people to us. But let's say that the best you can do, because you don't have time and are incredibly busy, is just put 2 people in. And you carry on doing it for a year. Well, then after a year, this time next year, you can expect to be on around about 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month with us. That's 120,000 rand a year you have created with us. It is not your responsibility every month to go and run back to everyone to beg them to buy again. You are free of that. You don't have to go to the warehouse and fill your car with products and fill your fridges at home with perishables. No, you've just simply connected 2 people every month, and you now have hobby income of 120,000 rand a year with us here. If you can do it for 2 years, which most do once they realize that we're telling the truth here, once they hit year 2, they can reasonably expect to be on about 27,000 to 30,000 rand a month. All they've done is add 2 people. They haven't cared if the people have paid or not paid. They haven't cared if the people have cancelled or lapsed. That's not your job. Your job at DuePoint is simply to keep connecting people to us. And if you've done that, well then, after 2 years, you're on about 360,000 rand a year, 27,000 to 30,000 rand a month with us. That puts you in the top 1/3 of earners in the country, according to our latest research, which we did a couple of months ago after SARS released their statistics. 1/3 of the country earns 30,000 or more. The other 2/3 don't. We can get you there in 2 years with you simply connecting 2 people a month. You don't get to stop. You've got to keep going. You can do it faster if you add more, but with 2, we'll get you there in 2 years. If you can do 3 years with us, that will rise to about 40,000 to 45,000 rand a month in 3 years. If you can do 4 years of just connecting 2 people every month with us, then you'll be up to about 60,000 to 65,000 rand a month. And if you can do half a decade, not 5 months, not 5 weeks, not the first 50 people you connect to us, no. If you can connect 2 people every month for 60 months, 5 years with us, the maths dictates that on average you can expect to be earning around 80,000 to 100,000 rand a month with us. It's R1 million a year, and it puts you in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. People say to me, Brendan, the problem with DuePoint is you earn too slowly. This is normally the people that hop from network to network to network and hope that they can grab the 50 grand here and the 20 grand there just before it collapses in a heap. Now, that money is like water in your hands. It just passes through your fingers and is gone. Here we're in the business of permanent, life-changing, intergenerational wealth. And that means you're going to have to pay the price of time because it's real. But what is 5 years? What is 5 years? These days, a year is about 5 minutes, isn't it? I'm still in February as far as I'm concerned. But let's look at it like this. How long have you been in your career for? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20, 25, 40, 45. I've got Phil Jones, 45 years in his career. 45 years. How many years have you spent in yours? Did you go to your boss and say to him, listen, this is ridiculous. I've been here for 5 years and I'm not on 100,000 rand yet. And, you know, the problem with this business is you earn too slowly. How come we don't make that statement when we're at our jobs? Here at DuePoint, I'm saying, give me 5 years. 5 years, and we will change your economic circumstances forever. Not for 5 minutes, not while our product is favorable or hot on the press. No. It is permanent financial services that we do here, and we can change your life. Are people doing it? Like I said, tens of thousands of South Africans have been through the DuePoint system. And every month, we take about 3 or 4 people, and we put them on the stage. Of all strata, some people doing terribly badly at DuePoint, some doing fantastically well, and everything in between. We have nothing to hide here. And we put them on stage, and we record them, and we put all of their stories on YouTube for you to watch, and for us to be wholly accountable to everybody who comes here. This last month, we had 3 people up with us. Francina was up about 2 weeks ago. She's been with us. The folk we have up this month are really newbies with us. They've only been around for a short while with us. She's been with us for 14 months, 6 months of which she wasn't here. Her husband passed away, circumstances of life, she was unable to do anything. So in 8 months, she built herself a channel with us, and it is worth about 3,300 rand a month to her right now. So people look at this and they go, this is absolutely ridiculous. It's 8 months and she's only on 3 grand. No, 8 months and she's got 40,000 rand a year of extra income. That comes in every month, quite reliably. It's always there. She can depend on it. This is the thing that people miss. People think they want the 100,000 rand a month. We all want 100,000 rand a month, but we don't get it in 5 minutes. But what about 40,000 rand a year? What's that paying for in your economy right now? School fees, groceries, medical aid? What have you done by just connecting a handful of people to us over a couple of months? We then had Paul. Paul actually works as a presenter, timeshare presenter. He works full-time at nights during the day. Doesn't have any time, but was desperate to bridge the gap between his income and his expenditure with us. He's from the Eastern Cape. He has never, ever been to this office. Not once, not ever. So if anybody ever says to you, no, DuePoint needs an office in my city to make money, no. With DuePoint, our technology makes you capable of creating wealth anywhere. You never, ever have to come back to this office. And over the course of 9 months, he's built a channel worth 3,500 Rand a month to him. Just over 40,000 Rand a year. Then we had Michael up with us, 8 months with us, and in his 8 months with us, he's built a channel that's now worth 50,000 Rand a year. 50 grand in 8 months. Remember I said to you in 6 months you should be on 2.5? 2 months later, he's on 4. He's going to be on 10 after 12 months. This is how the mathematics works. Can you endure the first couple of months while you're only earning a couple of thousand Rand a month? Can you endure it? People can't. Many South Africans won't. They'll go, I've been here 6 months, I'm only earning 2,500 Rand, I quit. All right, well that's interesting because that's exactly what the mathematics said you would be earning. You've got to stick it out. A year later, and your numbers will look very, very different. 2 years later, and things are getting crazy. 3 years later, and you'll never work again. We've got all of these people with us here at DuePoint. You can see every one of their stories on YouTube. And you can decide how much you're willing to engage with us. That's what Rob says. Rob says the only decision South Africans have to make with us is whether they're willing to engage with us. Because South Africans are full of excuses. Like I said, go and watch My Father's Coat and you'll understand how full of excuses we are. Every one of us. We're all full of doggy-doo. If we just choose to pick up the truth and run with the truth, engage with the truth, everything can be different. And in 2019, there is only going to be one conversation. It is going to be the conversation of DuePoint. As we change the lives of South Africans, not in a flash, but over time and permanently. If you want to become a wealth engineer this afternoon, it's very simple. Go to our website, everything is there. You go read the pages, watch the videos if you struggle to read, and then fill out the application form. In less than 3 minutes, you'll be a wealth engineer, not a single cent having passed from your wallets. And this afternoon, you can start creating wealth for yourself with us here at DuePoint. If you need some things to help you, we've got all the tools. Go and get them. The USB sticks, struggle with data, pick up a USB stick or order it and we'll have it delivered to you. If you need business cards to connect people, we give you a 5,000 Rand set of custom-made business cards, 500 cards for 645 Rand. Go order them, get them made. We can do these sorts of things because we are a licensed and listed 7-decade-old insurance company. You have that behind you now as you start building wealth for yourselves, as well as all the other equipment you need to start the conversation around DuePoint. We are alive and kicking on social media. We encourage you to follow us on Facebook every day. We're posting information about this business, how to create wealth, what we're doing next, and keeping you informed about the heart of this business every day. Follow us on Facebook and love us there. Don't like us. You like pages that sell shoes. You love pages that create lifetime wealth. Go there and do that with us. And then subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is free to subscribe to. And when you push the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, when we go live every day, your phone will ping, you click play, and whoever's next to you is now live in the room with us, and you are connecting them to us and creating wealth. And then, ladies and gentlemen, download our app. It too is free. Have you noticed how many times I've said that word this afternoon? You don't pay money to be a wealth engineer. This is not a risk decision for you. This is simply a decision of I'm changing my circumstances and I'm starting right now. Put the app on your phone. You cannot create wealth with us without it. That is the tool you use. Put it on here and you've got DuePoint in your phone permanently. And you can be out there growing wealth with us every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, we also teach you how to do this. Many people are afraid to do it because they don't know how to do it. That's fine. At DuePoint, we're going to give you world-class training. And I don't just say that. Literally, we have had international people in this office saying, we can't compete with what you do here. This is unbelievable. You get it for just 5,000 Rand a video. No, I'm joking. Like everything at DuePoint, you don't pay a cent. Through our XP Rewards training program, we're not only going to teach you from beginner to expert how to become an entrepreneurial wealth engineer for yourself, but we're also going to start changing your lifestyle. As you complete steps in our training, we give you what are called XP points. These are experience points. They accumulate as you become more mature in our system. As you accumulate experience, naturally your channel will grow. And where you meet the two criteria, we start to reward you. we start to rank you up. And when we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. You can get it quickly. Get growing, and very quickly you get a little bit of extra cash. This is on top of your returns. As you get a little bit more serious, well, the cash starts getting a whole lot more serious. And then when you pass rank 12, well, then it just gets so silly we don't advertise it anymore. Why? Because we're not going to be like one of these other ones that have to throw fake pictures out of fake things. At DuePoint, everything we promise, we deliver on. And everything that you have been promised by someone else is here at DuePoint. We just don't have to bandy it about in order to prove our legitimacy. At rank 5, you get a lightning memory stick imported from the USA, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa, and it has everything on it that you're going to need to connect South Africans to us. At rank 7, we give you a 17,000 Rand set of imported gold-gilded custom-made business cards. They are the only set of its kind in the country, and you will have the finest set of business cards that are yours. This is not gold ink, this is gold gilding. When you hand somebody a gold-gilded business card, they generally pay more attention. And rank 9, as long as you are maintaining your channel size every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid trip. Now, this is normally where I lose some people, particularly my peers. They say, you see, I knew it was a lie. I knew it was all a fantasy. This is all nonsense. Folks, we've been before. We're going again this Saturday. All the rank 9s are coming with me. On our next trip, we're going again next. It's already planned. We deliver on what we promise. I don't have to show you stock images from the internet. I can show you the real things. This is a real business. And for those of you who are going to put the time in, it doesn't take 5 minutes to go rank 9. It doesn't. What rank are you on right now? Naught. You're all on rank naught. You're not even on the ladder yet. But if you engage with us and engage with our rewards program, well, then over time you can get there. You can get there quickly. Record is 5 months to rank 9. But our average is 19 months to rank 9. Are you willing to engage for 2 years to have a holiday that is yours every year for the rest of your life? It's an interesting thing, because most South Africans will say, no, unless I get it in 90 days, I don't want it. Sad, isn't it? It's probably why we're in the state that we're in. But here at DuePoint, for those of you who are out there, who are willing to engage with us, your Decembers will look like this going forward. Will you be there? Saturday morning, we're on that plane out of here. Heritage Ladelphia this year, south part of the Mauritian Island, 5-star deluxe. Go look it up. I'm not joking. Butlers in every room. Ocean front suites. That's where we're going. With the kids. Not in July when they're at school and it's cold and cheap, but in December when they're on holiday and it's hot and expensive. That's where we go. Because by the time you reach rank 9, you're going to be earning around 20 to 30,000 Rand a month with us anyway. We don't need to reward you with freebies at that stage. You can buy your own stuff. But we do reward you because only a percentage of you will seriously put your heads down and start engaging in something that is real. The rest will fall back into their jobs and into their existence as it is in South Africa today. It's very sad, but unfortunately that too is the truth. But for those who do engage, they will be with me on this boat every single year going forward. And for them too, they will push through to rank 11. And at rank 11, you get your own car. It's not financed through us. It's not rented from us. We don't give it to you and then take it away when your production drops off, and we don't brand it because it's your car. DuePoint is in the business of the real. We're not in funny sort of systems that we see blowing in from offshore. This is real stuff. Having your car in South Africa is part of freedom that we create for you. Now, our XP Rewards program is ranked to 28 currently, is mapped to rank 28 currently. We only show you up to rank 11. So we have shown you the first third, effectively, of our training program. So if this is what's in the first third, one has to wonder what is in the next 2/3. Like I said, everything you've seen promised by others but never delivered is actually in our program, except we will deliver on all of them as we have on every other thing that we've promised. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2019, we have set to South Africans an interesting challenge. We call it our 365 challenge. We are not looking for people that put 2 people in a month because that's just ridiculous. We are looking for people who are serious about changing their circumstances in 2019. And for those we say, put 365 people in 365 days on your first point by the end of 2019. And we will give you a cash reward of 365,000 Rand. You will have achieved rank 12, which means you'll have a 250,000 Rand car, a 160,000 Rand holiday, and approximately 500,000 Rand in returns and rewards as well. It's a 1.25 million Rand reward that we are putting out there for the average South African. You have 12 months to go. We have said for anybody who becomes a wealth engineer or is a wealth engineer in December that they can have December as a freebie. Whoever you add in December to your first point will count towards the 365 in 2019. So all of you who are here today are super lucky. You've just got extra days on the 365 challenge for free. At the end of this year, we will have South Africans who will have changed their lives by the value of 1.25 million Rand. There will be. You'll be able to return to us on the 1st of January. I will show you their pictures. I'll introduce you to them. And all that they will have done is simply engage in our system. No excuses, and we call them here very justifiable excuses. Lots of them, lots of very justifiable excuses. Doesn't matter how justifiable your excuses are. It's a matter of we don't have time left in South Africa. It happens right now or it doesn't happen at all. And so we're putting everything on the table in 2019. There will be only one conversation in 2019, and that is DuePoint. To help you through December and to get you ahead of your 365 challenge before it officially starts on the 1st of January, we are running what we call our Outshine Santa Wealth Quest for December. If you're able to get just 6 people in and get 2 qualified by the end of the month, we're going to give you what most South Africans struggle with, data. We're going to give you a router and 100 gigs of data. That's an entire year of data. It means you're not going to spend a cent at DuePoint on anything, not even the data, to link you and your prospects up to us. This is in place. Are you going to watch other people do it, or are you going to do it yourself? It's an interesting question, that. A lot of people are willing to watch other people walk away with everything. I want to see that change at DuePoint. Who's going to get engaged? It's only the 5th of December. You've got plenty of time to get that one done. Mid-January, you've got yourself your own router, able to link up a whole host of people at once, the 100 gigs of data on, for watching DuePoint presentations, training, and connecting people to us. It's yours by the end of this month. Get it done, and not only that, you will have made a head start into your 365 challenge for 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, to keep you up to date with what we're doing in the next couple of weeks, Just note that this Saturday is our last office presentation. Do not come to the office after Saturday for presentations. There won't be any until the 2nd of January. In between, though, we are a 365 business. It means that you just use YouTube. You'll be surprised. YouTube doesn't close for Christmas or New Year. It is always open. You simply go to our channel between the 8th and the 2nd of December, and you click play on your favorite presentation, and you connect people to us. Our client service staff will be here the whole month, excluding public holidays, which means that if you've got any queries of any kind, pick up the phone and call us. This business doesn't close down, but our office presentations will stop. Our first presentation will be at 12:15 on the 2nd. Make sure it's in your diaries. You want your first people there. It'll be the 2nd day of your 365 challenge. You should have at least 2 people with you if you want to start putting in 1 a day, which is what we need done for next year. And then 3rd of January next year, it's Thursday night, super important evening, 6:30. We're doing our Rank 9 debrief. Everybody that's gone away with me over December, all the Rank 9s are going to be on the stage talking about their experience. You're going to want to be here and with your guests to see how real our delivery is of every promise that we make. Put it in your diaries now and make sure that you are there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are dead serious about what we're doing here. Come and ask us questions and concerns you might have. We've had to answer every one of them. Do not believe for a minute that there is something else in South Africa that will change your circumstances like DuePoint. There isn't. There isn't. Even if you feel like there should be, there unfortunately isn't. What we want you to do is engage with us. We want you to pick up this tool today and start today in building wealth for yourself. There is nothing we can't answer. We are a regulated, listed, reviewed, and audited financial services company in South Africa. We have to be able to answer the questions. Now it's about you deciding to change your circumstances. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and those of you who've tuned in live, we'll be live again at 6:30 tonight. We'll see you then.